Howdy crew, it's been a while. Thought I'd share one. Got something all new today. I got tired of the old white F250, so I turned it into the supersized EMO XX. High lifted, wheelbase stretched, track width stretched, 40 series giant 8¼ inch tall rock crusher tires, aluminum bead locks, handmade aluminum front bumper with fair lead and winch, light bar. You got Barbie in there driving, looking good, modeled after my old lady. In the back you got custom crane, yada yada, does all the stuff. Kind of just hand wheels, but it's cool nonetheless, you know, looks good back there. You got onboard air compressor with high powered air. Little switch underneath here controls it. And the tires have inner tubes so you can air up and air down at the trail. You hear that puppy? Fills the tire in less than about 10 seconds. Whole truck weighs 35 pounds. Carries a set of tire chains in each of these cases here, 2 chains in each, one for each side of the tires. I don't have them in here now because they weigh 2.5 pounds total, so they add a lot of weight to the truck. Custom wood flatbed. Got the EMO XX side panels. Underneath it's the TRX4 extended chassis, rift axles, metal with all Vidavon portals, all Vidavon hardened steel internals, custom extended rear drive shaft, Vidavon 7075 4S 5th scale servo, super strong handmade steel links, SCX6 2-speed transmission. It's the Vidavon alloy one with all carbon steel gears, runs on 4S. I got a 5065 brushless outrunner in there for big torque power. It goes slow, you know, top speed's like 4 or 5 miles an hour in high gear, 2 or 3 miles an hour in low gear. And today's video is going to be a super winch test. I just finished installing this winch. It's going to be the strongest, cheapest winch job ever put on a 6th scale massive crawler. If you want to put a 5th scale winch on one of these trucks, usually it costs you about $250 to $300, and I've done it for about $35 using one of these, the DSS 150 kgs. This is an old broken one. What happens to these is, if you use them in extreme steering situations on the full 12.6 volts 3S, they will eventually wear out the bottom bearing that this servo spline rides on. And the bearing's really hard to get out of this steel spline. So once it's worn out and the outer race is stuck, it's kind of like a loss of a servo. But the servo costs $28. And that's some power. That's 2,000 ounce-inch of torque. Okay, and what I did was I took a steel sewing machine spool. Okay, and I bought, these are 18T spline, which is a little weird. So you can't find too many 18T splines. So I found aluminum round 18T splines on Amazon. I bought them, they're flat. And I mounted this with M3s to the top of it to create the spline, a strong, pretty strong spline. Using a hook, I got a 100-pound test. This is 1.18 millimeter thick. I've got 0.8 millimeter thick, 250-pound fishing braid line coming. So I don't know if we'll need that, but AI says the torque moment at this, on this tiny little spool diameter here, at the full 150 kg, is something like well over 450 pounds of pull force. So I can't believe that. I think it's going to destroy the servo or destroy the spool or break the string for sure. 100-pound test. But I thought what we'll do is try to pull this truck which weighs 14 pounds and 11 ounces. EMO X4 1/8 scale, just custom modified with a wood bed, a sen, shell, and all metal and brass axles. So heavy stuff in there. It's got a 775 brushed motor in it. So a big heavy brushed motor. It only comes with a 560 stock. No battery right now. It's been in storage. It's got a broken transmission. Anyways, I'm gonna try to pull it up the front of the car, and then I'll see if we can get it all the way up. Obviously, if we can get up the front, that will be the hardest part. I think maybe we'll just start here, try to get up here all the way to the top. If it does that, then we'll come down and do a mega test, pulling straight up the sheer face of the car, and we'll see if it can do that without getting destroyed. I have held the winch by the string, held the truck by the string, the 37-pound truck by the string, and it does at least dangle without breaking. I haven't tried pulling or running the winch at all. So the winch is programmed on the transmitter, and without further ado, let me set up a tripod. Figured while I'm here, let me see if I can back up the windshield with the truck, show you a little performance. Also, I've got a 6-pound piece of 4140 chromoly bar stock for the lathe. Thought I'd throw that in the back of the truck if we need some weight back there to help ballast as we're pulling the other truck up the hill. So I'm in low gear right now. You see this AM32, it's a Rhino 80 amp, can go up to 8S. Like I said, I'm just on 4S. It's got beautiful sine mode, super slow control. But I won't bore you with that. Head on up. It's gonna be some slick glass. I don't want to break my windshield. So since it was already sliding, is that going to be the problem? We're going to pull the truck down off this slippery. Well, maybe we'll put it like a, chalk, some wheel chalks in there if we have to. All right, I need to get the shot set up a little better now that that's up there. And also I should mention about the string and the spool being small. It holds just under 6 feet of that yellow spool. With the skinnier 0.8 millimeter spool and the higher pound test, it should hold almost 8 feet of that. So not a ton, but should be enough. I'm gonna put like a bungee or a rope or something at the end to make up the extra distance here. But you see the winch come out, it's not fast by any stretch. Oh. But it is power. Oh, wrong way. Sorry. This is a used servo, so it's been in a big truck doing steering work for a while. I made it pretty far. So yeah, we'll see how it holds up. It's on 3S. It's got a full 3S LiPo, freshly charged, standalone. The truck's on a 4S 6000. The 3S is an 1800 milliamp hour, and I looked it up. These servos supposedly pull 8.5 amps at full load. So, all right, let me get hooked up with a little longer rope or something. Let's see if we can pull up here. All right, pre-adding any weight. Let's see what happens. Oh, by the way, this truck is in low gear, turned off. Like I said, it doesn't work right now. So it will just roll back. But because it's in low gear, it's a little harder to make it move. Get it centered. A little off center up there. Hold on. Alright, we're ready to pull. See what happens. I'm a tad nervous. I don't know why. I put a lot of work in to make this damn thing work. Oh, it's so slow. But it does seem like it's going. I have to go back to neutral every so often and restart it. I don't know why. It's like a distance of travel thing. But I guess that's actually good because then you don't run the risk of over yanking. Alright, we're getting into the tougher part now. Taking it up a notch. So far, so good. I got no steering on that truck either, so we'll have to make sure we keep the tires straight. Making it. Oh, we're at the end there. I better stop before I blow it. Hold, please. Now what? I gotta choke up and then... Winching is time consuming, huh? Pause. Okay, I've let the winch line all the way back out again. I've got the truck here. I'm now going to walk the truck forward, see if it'll let the EMO X4 down slowly but surely, and then we'll try to pull it up, the hard part. I am very confident it'll just keep going right up that, so I think we've passed that test. See if the drag brake has the strength not to slide once this goes into crazy pull weight. If it doesn't, I could be having to ditch the camera and save some stuff. Like I said, we're dealing with about 35 pounds versus 14 3/4. Ooh, something happened there. Still hanging. I think my excess string came out. The rest of my string came out. I don't know what happened. All right, let's reset. Well, hell, let's just try and pull it up. We're on a little bit of a hill here, so this will be extra difficult. You see how we are not level, and also my driveway is not level. So we may need to add the ballast. We're on the glass. I want to at least maybe get off the glass. Let's take a look inside. That winch string. Yeah, I think the winch string just slipped one rung on the spool because it's pulling down. But, yeah, let's just start pulling with the winch and see what happens here. Got everything in full view? Yeah. Enough anyways. It's gonna pull the other truck down for sure. Oh, this is dangling. This is dangling slightly. Here comes the other truck. Oh, it's creeping. Let's let it back out and, okay, we let the tension out. Let's add the ballast. I'd like to keep that all the way at the back, but it's gonna want to roll. It rolls right over top of that. That's hilarious. Hold, please. All right, well, we're at least gonna get it halfway back. Over the tires. Should be lovely. Oh, you know what? I haven't even aired down these tires yet. They're full air. I should air down though, get more grip. I'll have a better patch. let's see what happens with the ballast first. And forgive me if that's not the right word. Whatever it is, weight, extra weight. I forget which way goes which. Oh, we're rolling. Big truck is rolling, not good. Oh, my nut is slipping. Drat. I need to tighten it. I'm only 3-wheel drive right now, as you can see. Alright. We just need more holding strength. Pause. Alright, crew, we're giving up. Sorry. Giving up on the truck not sliding down the car because it's a smooth painted surface. Duh. On the rocks it would have more grip. So I'll hold the truck in place, and the real test is to see, what can this winch do? What's it got? Is it gonna break? Because these winches, they always break so easy. Finally, 150 kg, I think it can pull this up. 15 pounds, up a straight face. Let's try it. Here we go. Oh, I feel it pulling. Oh, I feel it pulling. It's pulling my arm. Oh, it's gonna break. It's gonna break. Oh my gosh. Jesus, please forgive me. Now I need to back up or something? I don't think I have the strength. Oh, wow. Right there. We are right there. Look at that. What if I help it back? I added the 4-wheel drive. Oh, crazy. That last little hump, I think it would have done it. I don't know. Do I need to go back and prove it? Pretty close to getting there. That's pretty much where it was. String's got more to go. Stop right there. That's pretty good and out there. Let's take it up. Can't get the angle on this camera just right. Whoops. Whoop. Bump my... Bump the transmission shifter. Alright, over the last hump. Uh-oh. I don't know, it's getting finicky. Maybe it just wasn't getting signal. Yeah, that's better. That's success, you guys. I'm 100% pleased with this servo installation. I mean, for this right here, you do not need to buy a $290 fifth scale winch servo. Just go out, cut the potentiometer out of the insides of these servos. They spin 360. Set up a spool. Run it on 3S. Shit, get a Vidavon and run it on 4S like I'm doing with this steering. I mean, this steering is nuts powerful. And yeah. Badass. Woo. Alright, without further ado, I think we're going to call this video. It's a long one, but interesting stuff. Put your order in. Let me know if you want one of these bad to the bone winch servos. Pretty cool, huh, crew? Pretty cool. Let's see if I can show it to you in there. Alright, I owe you a couple things on the scales. Let's put this truck, show you that it weighs 15 pounds and that there was no funny business. It's gonna be tricky for me to do this, but see, I'm gonna try to balance it and you watch the digits. I'm seeing 1412, 1411. I'm not holding it, I'm just balancing. 14, almost 1413, I would say is it. Oh, yo. Bigger they come, the harder they fall. Those are definitely stuck. Okay, for a later date. Next up, servo setup. There it is. See the sewing spool? It's mounted. I had to trim down the round aluminum 18T horn because it wouldn't fit on the side of my little frame wall there and spin. But it is 3 button screw button head M3s so that the buttons don't catch on the thread when it's spooling. Not sure if you could see it in there or not. But yeah, it's just a DSS 150 kg running on a 3S LiPo mounted right here, 1800. I just was touching the servo, it's not even hot. The servo is fully waterproofed, just like my Vidavon. I put the conformal epoxy over all the seams and everything. There's the compressor switch. And that's pretty it. That's it. Here's my massive drive shaft. Stainless steel beast. 2 pieces of a Vidavon cut in half and joined together. Pin with 2 5mm pins on either side. Bearing steel pins. Custom rift axles. The shortcoming in these rift axles is not the gears at all. It's the bearings inside the pumpkin on the pinion. They just will wear out in time if you hit it too hard, too much, too fast. But it crawls great. It crawls great. And that's all I need it to do. So. Super cushy. 3000 weight shock oil in there. Can put some weight in the back, no problem. Carry a load. See it next to a stock EMO XX, please hold. The red one is a bone stock EMO XX with 2.9J concept tusks and obviously big gnarly tire chains. Custom made. You can see it sits up a little higher. It's a little bit wider. It's got a 2.5-inch wheelbase extension. Considerably larger 40 series tires on 3.8 beadlock wheels instead of the 2.9s, which are the same size as stock EMO XX wheels and tires, pretty much. Hope you enjoyed. Godspeed. Jesus Christ is King of the world.